Today we're going to talk about how to build an online health coaching business. I'm not a health professional, but I am an expert at helping coaches build their online business. I've got clients that are health professionals. I've got clients that are real estate investing professionals. I've got clients that are parenting experts or politicians. So I help them all build their online coaching business. And I've got a strategy that you're going to want to see because this is the best way to generate leads for a coaching business. Let's dive right in. The first thing that I want to mention in this video is I'm not talking about a quick fix or how to get a couple of leads or anything like that. I'm talking about a solid strategy that will really build momentum over time and will turn into a real lucrative business. So we're not talking about a gimmick or anything like that, but something that will take your real authority, your real expertise, and will position it in the world so that people can find you. People can find you on Google and YouTube, and you will have real authority. You'll have real relationships of trust. You'll have a very successful business. So that's the goal of what we're talking about here. Now, who am I? I'm Nate Woodbury. I produce over 50 different YouTube channels for coaches and their online business. And I've helped many of them turn YouTube into a 7-figure lead generation machine. Some of them 8 figures. Okay, so a few of them have generated 8 figures each year just from YouTube leads. So there's some coaches here on YouTube that might teach you how to make $100 here or $100 there, but I'm going to teach you how to build a real online health coaching business. Now, the reason we're talking about YouTube is the opportunity for generating leads for an online health coaching business is just massive. There is no other platform, whether it be another video platform or it be another social platform, there is no other platform where the opportunity even comes close to how big it is on YouTube. So by the end of this video, hopefully I can paint a picture where you can see that as clearly as I do. Another thing that I want to address is maybe a concern. You might think, well, this is too big. The competition is too fierce. How can I make my mark? How can I carve out my space? Well, the strategy I'm going to teach does exactly that. You'll be able to find your space, you'll be able to find your lane and dominate that lane. Okay, so you will show up on the top for your space. I'm going to teach you my whole strategy. Okay, it's a 5-ingredient strategy, and for you to understand ingredient number 1, I need to show you my tree analogy. So picture a tree. It doesn't have to look just like this, but all trees that I think of have a broad trunk that then go out to branches, and eventually those branches get smaller and smaller until you get to the leaves. Okay, so the trunk of the tree represents your core area of expertise. Whether you're a fitness coach or whether you're a nutrition coach, whether you're a cardiologist or you're an OBGYN, right? Whatever specialty you have in health, that's the trunk of your tree. Now, that's a broad category, and there's a lot of different branches on this tree, right? But the leaves, on the end of these branches, the leaves represent specific questions that your target audience is asking you. Now, the reason this is so important is you don't want to make videos on trunk topics. You don't want to make videos on branch topics even. You think that might narrow it down, but no, that's still way too broad. You only want to make videos on leaf topics. Now, let me explain why. Right now, when you're watching this YouTube video, I promise you, there is someone around the world right now going to their phone or going to their laptop, and they're typing in a question that you are the perfect person to answer. So there are people that are searching for you, but they don't know that you exist. They can't find you, right? So they're asking questions that you would be the perfect person to answer, and I'm going to show you how you can then appear in front of them. This is really simple. You've just got to follow my steps. So with this visual of the tree, let me just give you an example. Okay, this isn't a health example, but let me just show you the example. Let's say you are an expert in productivity. Okay, that's the trunk of your tree. If that's the case, an example of a leaf is what can increase productivity in a dental office. Do you see how specific that question is? And do you see that this question has a built-in audience? If I were to make that video teaching about productivity, I'd be talking to the dentist and to the receptionist and to the dental hygienist, right? Take a look at this one. How to improve productivity on a construction site. Okay, this episode, a complete different audience, right? I could be talking about the same principles, but I'm going to make this video talking to the construction team. Now, these two questions I did not make up. I did not just think, I could make one for plumbers, I could make one for attorneys. I don't know about that. I did keyword research, and I found that these two, the dental office and the construction site, those questions have consistent search volume every single month. And so I'm going to demonstrate this tool for you building a health coaching business. All right, so this is the Keyword Magic tool. I use this tool just about every day, and usually many times throughout the day. You can get a free trial to this tool at herokeywordtool.com. Now, I'm going to demonstrate for you. If I type in weight loss, so you could be a weight loss coach, but I'm going to narrow it down even more. Let's say exercise. So you help people lose weight and you're going to coach them on their exercise. Let's say that's one of the branches, okay? So here's what happens when I hit search. I'm going to come over here and turn on the questions button because I don't want anything but questions. And I'm going to turn on the advanced filter for word count. Notice I turned it all the way up to 8. So I'm looking for questions about weight loss and exercise that have 8 or more words. Now there is massive, massive search volume here. And I actually don't want to start with these ones at the top because the higher the search volume, the more competition. So I typically scroll down until I see monthly search volume for these phrases, somewhere ranging between 10 searches a month and 100 searches a month. Don't discount those that say 10. Those are the low-hanging fruit. If you pick one of these questions and that becomes the title of your episode, and you make a 10-minute episode answering that question, you post it to YouTube, you will get traffic tomorrow. It's that easy. People who are searching for you will now find you. So let's take a look at some of these. Is exercise or diet better for weight loss? That's a great question. That would make a great episode. Is eating after exercise good for weight loss? That's a great question. Is exercise before bed good for weight loss? Is exercising in the morning better for weight loss? So go to Hero Keyword Tool and experiment and see what questions you can find. All right, so I said I was going to teach you 5 ingredients, okay? This is called my leaf strategy, and you already know ingredient number 1. Ingredient number 1 is leaf titles. You've got to do the keyword research to find these questions, the leaves on that tree, and that becomes the title of your episode, okay? Ingredient number 2, each episode needs to be 10 to 12 minutes in length. Ingredient number 3, you need to have at least a 50% average retention or average view duration, okay? If your video is 10 minutes long, but if most people are leaving after 1 minute or 2 minutes or something, that video is not going to perform very well. YouTube's not going to recommend it to a lot of people. But if on the other hand, you have over 50% that stick around, or you have a lot of people that stay to the end and your average is 50 or 60 or 70%, YouTube will promote that video to more and more people. That's basically telling YouTube that people like your video. Now, this is actually easier when you incorporate search. So if you find the leaf titles, these questions that people are consistently asking online, if those people find your video through search, they're more likely to watch your video to the end because they were searching for this topic. They were asking the question that you're answering. Ingredient number 4 is thumbnails. Now, there are other episodes that I've made on this channel that go into a lot more depth on thumbnail design. So I'm just going to show you one example. Take a look at these 6 thumbnails here. We actually came up with 6 different ideas for one episode. You see, this is a lot of effort. This is a lot of work. Creating custom thumbnails is a requirement. Now, don't let this overwhelm you. You can go to Canva, it's a free tool, and you can design a thumbnail that will do a couple of things. It will paint a picture of what your video is about, and it will create curiosity. It'll create a compelling desire for people to want to click on it and watch it. So you can't give away the secrets, and you don't want it to be like a packaging that describes the video, but kind of poses a question that will be answered in the video, something like that. So this one that we're looking at here, the title of the video is, Can You Put Business Expenses on a Personal Credit Card? This is a video that I made for another channel of mine where I talk more about entrepreneurship. The reason that I have my team create multiple ideas is so then we can look at them and look at all the different ideas and see which one do I think is best. Now I like C1 because I look like I'm doing my bills. I've got a calculator there, I've got money and another calculator there, maybe a stack of bills. So I really like this one. The word financial trap, I think it's fun. I think maybe I can come up with some different text there. I like the text here, business mistake. Ooh, and this one's got a credit card with a cross through it, so I really like this one. Business hack. That's not really the direction of the video, although I like the idea of the thumbnail. I just don't think it matches this video. This one doesn't have any text on it, but I look stressed and I've got the credit card there. These two don't really make sense for the video. They're nicely designed, they just don't make sense. So I think I would pick B1 or C1 there, and then I would just brainstorm a little bit more about the text. So that's how much detail and time and energy we put into thumbnails. And the only reason I show you that is not to overwhelm you, but to let you know that thumbnails are an important ingredient. So coming back to this list here, as important as thumbnails are, ingredient number 1 is by far and away the most important. If you did ingredients 2, 3, 4, and 5, but you didn't do ingredient number 1, kind of all is lost. Like, what's the point? You're gonna make these amazing videos, put them on YouTube, and no one is gonna see them. Even if you have an amazing thumbnail, if you don't follow ingredient number 1, no one will watch your videos except for your mom and your next door neighbor. So what is ingredient number 5? All right, ingredient number 5, launch 5 episodes per week. This is the goal, and that might seem overwhelming to you. That's basically daily content. That's what I consider daily, 5+ per week. Now, these type of videos aren't gonna go viral like a Mr. Beast video. You're not gonna get millions of views in most cases. On rare occasions you might, but in most cases, these videos are gonna start out just getting tens of views. And then over the next several months, it'll get hundreds of views, eventually thousands of views, sometimes tens of thousands of views. But that is really small compared to a lot of the strategies you'll learn here on YouTube where you want things to go viral, and getting only 1 million views is so terrible. These videos are not focused on ad revenue. These videos are focused on pulling in your target audience, building a relationship with them, and having it be lead gen for your business. So these videos don't typically get a lot of views, they just generate a lot of leads. And the more of these videos we can create, the more leads our YouTube channel is gonna generate as a whole. And so if we're launching 5 episodes a week, that allows us to put out 260 episodes per year. And when I've done this for my clients, we've very consistently been able to predict and achieve a 7-figure return. Now, this is not revenue from YouTube. This 7-figure return that I'm talking about is these businesses put 5 episodes a week on their YouTube channel for 12 to 18 months, and this YouTube channel generates leads in their business, or they sell their courses, and they're able to generate in their business 7 figures of business revenue through these YouTube leads. So I've got a couple shortcuts I'm going to share with you. I do want to share one more point about 5 episodes a week. You can start with 1 episode a week and you'll get results. What's most important is that you're consistent. So if you started out and you were launching 5 episodes a week and you found that that's not realistic, and then you slowed down to say 3 or to 1, that would actually hurt your channel. It would have been better that you started with the 3 or started with the 1. So in the beginning, look at what's realistic and maybe consider starting gradual. What if you wanted to get the hang of things and you filmed a bulk of videos, say you filmed 5 and you started launching 1 a week? Well, that's 5 weeks worth of content. And then the next time you're gonna film again, you're like, yeah, I can film 10. I can put in like 4 hours or so and film 10 different episodes, and I can launch 2 a week, and that'll last me 5 weeks, right? So you can start to scale it up. The ideal is 5, but don't let that overwhelm you. Now I want to make a recommendation about thumbnails, because thumbnails can be intimidating. We've been doing this for 10 years, and I've got a big team of thumbnail designers, but we've discovered an AI tool that has been a game changer. In fact, those thumbnails that I showed you, those were designed by my team in Photoshop, but we got the ideas using an AI tool. Oh, this has been a game changer for us, even just in the last few months. So if you want to try out a free trial of the same tool that I'm using, go to youtubethumbnail.ai and there's a free trial. Now, that's this tool, the youtubethumbnail.ai, it has other features. Feel free to use those features, but I actually use the tool specifically just for the thumbnail idea generator. Okay, so I generate the ideas, and then we'll modify it and create our own thumbnail in Photoshop. All right, so I shared with you 5 ingredients. I'm going to give you number 6. Okay, this is the bonus. So when you post these videos on YouTube that answer these questions, at the end of the video, offer them a free gift, right? So you've already given them free value. You gave them 10 minutes of free content answering their question. Well, at the end of the video, offer them a free gift and say, hey, now that you've learned A, B, and C, I want to help you go all the way with this. And I've created a resource that you can have for free. Go ahead and click that link below. So then they go from YouTube to a landing page. And on that landing page, they're going to see your company. They're going to explore and learn more about you and your business and what you offer. But they're going to enter their name and their phone number and their email so that they can get that free gift. So now you can nurture them and strengthen that relationship with them, and you can invite them to have a conversation and see if your health coaching services or business is a fit for what they are looking for. Now, I have a gift for you. My entire strategy for free. I wrote a book, okay? It took me 2 years. I put so many different examples in here, and I take you behind the scenes. In fact, I'll show you inside here. You'll see that it's printed in color because a lot of the screenshots that I took, whether it's of thumbnails or different charts or diagrams or stats, the analytics inside of YouTube, there are some things that could not be done in black and white. And so the printing cost of this book is higher because it's in color, but I want to give you this book for free, meaning no profit to me. So as long as you pay the printing and the shipping cost, which I think comes around to 15 or 16 bucks depending on where you live, but no profit to me, this will be my gift to you. Now, why do I want you to have this book? Why do I want to give it to you for free? Because I really want your health coaching business to succeed. This isn't a quick fix of how to build your online health coaching business, but this is going to help you really build a legit business. Now, if you want some credibility, I'm actually going to name drop here of all the different channels that I produce. I actually produce over 50 different channels currently, and I've produced many dozens of channels throughout the years. I showcase many examples in this book, but if you want to write some of these things down and look up these channels on YouTube, you will find channels that follow the strategy in this book. Oh, by the way, the link is natesyoutubebook.com. So that's where you can get the free plus shipping, where you just pay the shipping cost. Otherwise, it's free, no profit to me. That's natesyoutubebook.com. All right, so here's some names you can write down to find channels that follow this strategy. Noelle Randall, Nicolene Peck, which are channels called Teaching Self-Government with Nicolene Peck, Jason Schroeder, Jay Townsend, Paul Jenkins, Chris Crone, Laurel Langmeyer, Nicole Espinosa, Stan the Annuity Man, Doug Andrew, Sean Higgins, John Cristani, Chris Abbott, Michelle Villalobos, Chad Littlefield. There's a lot more behind the scenes as well, but those are just the public-facing ones that I can announce. I'm excited for you to dive into this book. Go to natesyoutubebook.com, and I'll see you in the book.